First exercise of the day was spider curls with an easy bar. Typically, I like to get a good contraction on those. It's hard to cheat, and you know no momentum. So I like to use those basically to warm up and get the blood flow going in my biceps. Well, plans for this competitive season, I'm looking to be busy this year, starting off with the Arnold. Very next week, going to Arnold, Australia. I'll be in Body Power the very next week, making some more international trips with SciTech before shutting it down a little bit and getting prepared probably for the Arnold Brazil next. You know, those are, I guess, the first three shows that I've actually got my gaze on this year. Up for more options as we go. I just want to just kind of get my feet wet again and, you know, get busy this year since I had such side saddle preacher machine curls were next. I like to use the side saddle approach because I can get more concentration on one arm. It's kind of like doing a pose curl with the cable, except your arm is not able to move down, so it's a stricter movement. You can really feel the stretch across the bicep. So I like to use it as an isolation pumping motion type of move. Since the first two exercises we had pumping motions, getting to get the blood flow going. I like to sometimes get a good stretch after I got a lot of blood in the muscles, so we used a incline dumbbell curl superset with incline hammer. So I went from basically the standard incline curl. After I fatigued with the standard grip, I go in straight into the hammer grip. And man, it's talking about a stretch, really just maximizing the stretch of the bicep full of blood, and hitting some brachialis with the hammer grip as well. This year we got national qualifying status for the Music City Muscle show I promote in Nashville. Very, very excited. It's already the largest show in the state of Tennessee, so this will be the opportunity to make this even larger. We're looking to expand the show a little bit. It may be a little bit surprise. I can't talk about it now this year, but if everything goes well, we may have a even more exciting event this year as far as the things that entail with that with this NPC season and the IFBB season this year. So that show usually falls sometime in the fall. Headed in beginning of November this year. Typically in beginning of November and into October is when we normally have the event at typically TPAC in Nashville has been the event. Everybody likes to come down to Nashville and active in the bodybuilding and fitness community. The final bicep exercise, we just took the opportunity to get on a preacher machine and do some more reverse curls to hit the brachialis a little bit more, making sure I didn't leave that area of the arm development out for this workout. Make sure I maximize the amount of blood and worked every area of the bicep that I could today. So I just finished off with those, and I was done. Biceps over. Triceps, I started out with a standard V-bar cable push down, basically really pushing it down, getting my head to one side of the cable and using the pushing motion straight down. I found that keeping the elbows out, bulldog fashion, really get a good pump, full pump in the tricep. It's not as hard on the elbow extenders as well, so when you're pushing straight down in that position. After the first tricep exercise, I had a lot of blood in the muscle, so I had to stretch. Felt like it was a good time to stretch, so I used an overhead cable extension machine. Really just trying to get the stretch that blood, get some more blood in there while I'm stretching that tricep out, and just felt good, just a good feeling, just to have that pump in there. The first two exercises went pretty well, good blood flow. I decided I was going to add a machine dip in. It's kind of close to the area. You can't go wrong with dips. So I just push it out, continue to push more blood to the muscle, fatigue those triceps. And the final tricep exercise, I used to touch up isolation movement. Really easy on the elbows when you do reverse grip cable extension. Just kind of like a pretty boy move, trying to just squeeze and contract and just finish the tricep off with just some isolation work.